think it's working now. Possibly. All right. Might have caught me picking my nose just then. I'm just trying to see, make sure everything works. Looks like I am connected now. All right. Check. Hey, what's up, Robert? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. I'm about to start this up, and we're going to get this going. Oops. Do that, and there we go. All right. I'm just going to press start, and we're going to start a new game here, and then I'll talk in 1 second. So this is I appreciate it. Seriously, thank you for coming by. This it's funny, this game man, now that I'm thinking about it, I think that I have only ever played Donkey Kong Country 1, the first one, and then I skipped over the rest of the Super Nintendo Donkey Kong games, and I think I went straight to Donkey Kong 64, which, man, I haven't played that game in so long. I haven't played it since I owned a Nintendo 64 in the 90s, so, you know, I just really haven't played a lot of Donkey Kong games really since, and I decided I'm gonna give number 2 a try and see what it's like. And I put it on the other day, and I was blown away with it. And I was like, I gotta stop. I want to play this game. I want to stream it. Just, you know, hear anybody else's thoughts about this game. I think that it's, you know, platformers are kind of hit or miss with me. Like I do dig them. I get frustrated by them quite a bit, but for the most part, you know, they walk that fine line. They really walk a fine line of frustration and enjoyment. And Donkey Kong was always, at least the first one for Super Nintendo, was always a game that I was like, yeah, I totally dig this. I mean, I hated those minecart levels. They were ridiculous and super difficult. But overall, I enjoyed it. I loved the characters that it introduced. I loved all the animals you could get. And then this one, Donkey Kong Country 2, has a new character introduced. And it's, from what I can tell, let's see, I believe, yeah, you go into here, you go into the pirate ship. You start out as Diddy Kong. And you find out that Captain K. Rool has kidnapped Donkey Kong. And it's your job to get him back. Which, all right. I don't even know if he shows up in the game. Like, if you play as him, because you're introduced to a new character, Dixie Kong. And I if there's one thing that I love about this game, and there's a lot of things I love about this game, but one thing for sure is just the overall sound effects quality. You know, from hearing Diddy or Dixie inside of, and even in the first one, hearing them inside of those barrels, just squeaking away, crying for help. But one thing I have noticed, so then there's this cool mechanic. I don't really remember if you could do that before in the first one, but that sucks. Like that makes me really sad. Minecraft levels were absolutely. Found you through the viral X-Men video. Dude, thank you so much for stopping by. Hell yeah. That quick little blurb about that video. I think that night I was going out to go watch my friend's show. He was gonna go, hey, what's up, Eric? I was gonna watch my friend play music that night. And I was like, man, I want to make this video. I've been like thinking about it for a while, and I am not. Those like short, you know, viral type videos and reels and things like that. I'm never like a huge. It's not that I dislike them. It's just I find them so limiting, and I don't really find myself like that funny that like deserves anything like that. But I put together that video and then I put it up online. And just seeing the massive amounts of people that resonated. I think it's at like 1.3 or 4 million views on Instagram, which is absolutely ridiculous to me. So, hey, I appreciate that, Mr. Future Phenom. I believe that's how you would say that. I really appreciate it. Thank you for checking out my stuff. I do kind of a lot of things on my YouTube channel. This is the second time I've done any sort of streaming with gaming, so it's not always going to be a thing. A lot of the stuff that I cover is just pop and not so pop culture of the 90s. A lot of it's, some of it's, actually I would say probably most of it. A lot of it, most of it is stuff that most people forgot about or didn't even know existed. So I have a lot of fun with it. So I really appreciate you stopping by and hell yeah. Hope you enjoy. This is the second time I've played Donkey Kong Country 2 in my life. So I have... Oh, I forgot Dixie Kong over here somewhere. I started playing it the other day and I was like, I'm going to stop because I want to stream this. So I was saying that you can throw the other Kong, but I guess if you walk away, they stay hidden. Don't sell yourself short, mate. I know it's hard to be objective. Ah, I appreciate it. Thank you, Eric. Seriously, that means so much to me. I gotta, you know, the Disneyland video was hilarious. Hell yeah. I grew up in Florida, so like, you know, that's, I have a lot of inspiration for that. You know, Eric, you bring up a good point. You know, not to get like, you know, too personal about myself. I'm in therapy. I've been in therapy for a good number of years. I think it's very important to do that. And if there's one thing that my therapist has said over and over and over, it's exactly what you just said. Don't sell yourself short. You know, people enjoy your company, and if they don't, that's fine. You know, you're not going to be for everyone. So, yeah, dude, I always love the animals in this game. Like, it's just such an added bonus, and I will say that's probably the one thing that I don't even remember if they did it. Does anyone remember if they did that in the Nintendo 64 game, if they had other animals? I remember they had a lot of you know, weird weapons that you could get for some reason. You could get like a coconut gun. I don't know. To me, this is my Donkey Kong. This is my Donkey Kong, damn it. Oh, come on. Yeah, I have been on an absolute tear lately of playing old Super Nintendo games, old Sega Genesis games. I've realized, you know, I turned 40 this year. I turned 40 in September, and I realized that my attention span has probably suffered quite a bit when it comes to video games. And I don't have any current generation systems right now, which is totally fine. Like, I really want to get a PlayStation 5, mainly because I want to play that Spider-Man game. And then they have a new Spider-Man game coming out, and they have a Wolverine game coming out. And, you know, I find myself, sometimes I just don't have the energy to put into games like that anymore that are like 40, 50 hours plus. I'd rather get frustrated playing a game like this for 20 minutes than a game that's going to frustrate me for 50 hours. Chat says, I played this game a lot when I was a kid. The Lion King one pissed me off back then. Yeah. I think that I will never play the Lion King game in stream or for pleasure. I had a super bad experience with that game when I rented it from Blockbuster. It was awful. Like, you get 3 days with a game after you rent it from Blockbuster, and then, you can't beat that one level, and then you're just stuck going back over and over, and it just, at that point, it's just not fair. It's not fun. Aladdin, though. Aladdin is one that I would absolutely play. Unapologetic Geek, I never played any Donkey Kong Country after the first one. Yeah, nothing wrong with them, just got addicted to other stuff. Absolutely. I totally agree. I was saying earlier that, Donkey Kong Country 1 was the only game that I played, and then I feel like not long after is when I got the Nintendo 64. And so I played Donkey Kong on that, but I remember not really liking that game for whatever reason. It was just so different from these games. And having only experienced Donkey Kong Country 1, like, there's not really a whole lot of, nostalgia for me outside of that. That's literally the only reason I want a PlayStation 5. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure that there are super great games out there on all of these systems. I sold my Xbox One, a while back, and I was pretty bummed to do it, but I realized, like, I wasn't even playing it that much, so, what am I missing? I would love to get back into it, and I would love to... Ooh, can I throw her up there? I got a banana. I know there's a coin up there. Oh, wow. Huh. That brought me up there, too, somehow. Those Spider-Man games just look absolutely amazing to me. I remember seeing the trailer for it when it was first announced, and I believe, like, he's going through a subway car or jumping over tables in a cafe, a coffee shop or something. Whatever it was, I just remember being absolutely floored by it. That being said, I would love to revisit... Where the hell am I supposed to go? I would love to revisit that Spider-Man game for PlayStation, with, where they all have those boxy hands. They're all talking like this and their mouths don't move. Man, that game was pretty dope. And that, I'll say this, it's pretty rare, no pun intended, but it's pretty rare for a Spider-Man game to be good, I mean, there hasn't been very many good Spider-Man games. I mean, Maximum Carnage is... I think I see that game through some mega, nostalgia glasses. Because it's good, but it's another one of those incredibly hard, cheap games that, while on paper seems really cool, you can control both Venom and Spider-Man, which, let's be honest, like, you're gonna pick Venom. That's like, I think that's probably the first time you could ever play as him, and that was cool. Oh, did they really add Venom in the new Spider-Man game? I feel like maybe they teased it, and that's about as far as I remember. Oh, did I just lose by throwing that cannonball? I did. Can I throw Dixie? Nope. Or I just jumped into it. Spider-Man game is pretty great. It's one of my few games I've actually played through. Yeah. I still get flashbacks about the balloon kid from Spider-Man 2. Yeah. Dude, man. These systems, these new ones are just so expensive, and it's really hard to justify the cost on a lot of newer things that are out there. You know, my daughter, I also find, isn't really into video games that much. I mean, she's, you know, she's your typical, you know, kid that likes Roblox and stuff. So that's about as far as it goes with her. I keep trying to get her, like, we have a Super Nintendo, like, let's play it. And she loves Mario Kart, which is dope. I'm trying to get her as into retro games as possible, because at least it's something that we can both play together and enjoy, and it's not terribly complicated. But yeah, like $500, $600 for did I get them all? No, I didn't. What was the last one? Yeah, that much for a system is out of control. What's your favorite console of all time? Whew. You know, for the longest time, I would say that it was a Nintendo 64. And I think, I'll catch on missing the replay, stay right. Dude, thank you so much for stopping by, Robert. I appreciate it. Thank you. Seriously. I think probably my favorite for the longest time was the Nintendo 64. And again, kind of going back to replaying that system, there's a lot of just more nostalgic ties than anything. I mean, there was some really good games for it that I thoroughly enjoyed at the time. Obviously, GoldenEye, Perfect Dark. I was really into this game called Hybrid Heaven, which was like a kind of an action RPG. Oh, I meant to get those bananas up there. Really weird, totally weird game. But, you know, after getting shortly after getting a Nintendo 64, I purchased my own PlayStation, and I gotta say, like, PlayStation had some of the best games at the time. But I think I'll probably say Super Nintendo. I think there's a lot of really killer games for it. I think all systems have excellent games that, you know, will fill the void of what you're looking for, whether it's a platformer. Like on Nintendo 64, probably my favorite game on that is Star Fox 64, and I don't really like space shooters and, you know, flying games that much because they're frustrating. I hate Star Fox on Super Nintendo. I can't see I don't understand what's going on. I couldn't understand it back then. I can barely understand it now. It's not great graphics. Oh, Jesus. I did it again. But yeah, I think, you know, especially on Super Nintendo, I mean, I don't really love RPGs that much. However, Super Mario RPG is so dope. Why not? Oh, come on. Of course, it's the last one. There it is. I think Super Mario RPG is probably... It is my favorite RPG ever. And I've tried to get into them after Super Nintendo and like after being exposed to it. And I think the one I played the most after that was Final Fantasy VIII, and I couldn't tell you a damn thing about that game. I know the dude had like swoopy emo hair, and he had a giant sword that was also a gun, I want to say. So, you know, RPGs just never really became my thing. I like the mixture of RPGs, of like, you know, action RPGs, I guess, like Mass Effect or, you know, like the Skyrim and what was the other one I played more before that? Morrowind. Like, those are pretty dope, but I just, yeah. Oh, sweet, no extra life though. Oh, I hear you, Diddy. Yeah, I will say that this is some of the just such amazing graphics for this game. Like, I'm constantly amazed. Like, just, I mean, look at that beautiful ocean right there. It is absolutely beautiful. I love this, like the little, you know, your pause, you hang out for a sec, just let them do their thing. You got Dixie Kong chewing some bubble gum and then drinking a juice box. Diddy Kong's just juggling. I mean, it's so great. The music just feels like a good time. Makes me want to just hang out at a, I don't know, like a dock. No, I don't want to hang out at the docks. I don't know what I'm saying. You know, it's like these games just like bring out like a lot of just like great feelings. Like, yeah, they can be absolutely frustrating. Oh, what is that? Okay, so they give you a, I missed those bananas. I don't think I've ever seen an invincibility mechanic in this game before. Can I do this? Yes. Oop. Super Mario RPG is incredible and it still holds up. Play it again. It really is. Yeah, that was the RPG that that kind of conditioned me to hit the extra button, you know, when you attack, because you got a second, you had the potential to get a second attack with that, you know, like if you're Mario and you're using the shell weapon, you kick it and you can kick it twice and it made the noise that let you know, like, hell yeah, dude, like, you got an extra hit on this. And every RPG since then, I don't even know if that mechanic works, but it's a mental thing for me that I'm always like, yeah, that's how it works, right? And what was the name of those? Man, some of those characters. It was Mallow. He was the big marshmallow dude who would always cry, and every time he cried, it would rain. And then Gino, is that his name? The little doll? That game was dope because you could have Bowser on your team. And like just and I feel like all of their attacks and even like the magic or the super moves that they did were all very appropriate for every character. I always thought it was funny that, you know, Peach's weapons were like her fan, where she would smack you with the fan, and then a frying pan. I remember they were supposed to release, or maybe that's what Paper Mario became for Nintendo 64, right? That was originally supposed to be Mario RPG 2. Huh. So I get, what are these? Is this just telling you how to do it? Press the B button to swim. Okay. Ramby's Supercharge. Press and hold the A button to power him up. Oh, for the... yeah. Huh, maybe I wasn't holding it down. Area Guardian. Well, I'm using my banana coins. Throw crow's eggs back at him. He won't like it. That's obvious, right? It's crazy that they've added all of these extra characters. Actually, maybe they had them in all of them. I know they had Cranky Kong before. Which, does he do anything in this? Monkey Museum. Is that a Killer Instinct arcade cabinet? Oh, man. Now that's a game. Paper Mario's good, too, but it's not as good. That's what I figured. Yeah, but it is... Is it an RPG, or is it more of like an action RPG? Okay, this guy gives you just, I'm assuming tips. And then the old grandma Kong gives you, I'm assuming information on how to play the game, which, I mean, if you made it this far, you figure you have some idea of what's going on. Although I am an idiot, so I probably, like, I didn't know that you could supercharge the rhino. Where's Diddy? Oh, there he is. A water level. Great. How much of the water do you think I can avoid? Not any of it, probably. And I'll put water in here for no reason. Ooh, I want that. I want those bananas. Yeah, she can. Nope, come back. Yeah, alright, I dig it. Yeah, it's a little more of an action RPG, overly simplified. Yeah, that's what I figured. I remember it looking good. Like, it's an interesting concept. But it's all, I will say this, like, anytime they put Mario in, like, a sort of an, I don't want to say, when they put Mario in, like, an uncharacteristic setting, or they draw him differently, it's always, it takes me a minute to get used to. Like, the Mario game, Yoshi's Story. I couldn't get into it because it's baby Mario. And not only that, but you hear that baby like cry, screaming. And I can't do that. I can't. You know, I have a kid. I've dealt with babies crying. I don't need that in a game as well. Wait, where's the swordfish at? But there's something over here. Yeah. Ooh, I missed the O. Damn. I don't want to go back and find it. I'm gonna try. I don't know if it's gonna work. Problem is, like, some of these little areas, they look like you can go through them. Oh, that's what I get for not paying attention. Baby sound is painful. Yeah, it's like that. There's the O. I found it. It's like it sounds a lot like the baby from was it Eraserhead? Is that the movie I'm thinking of? I remember some movie. Absolutely. I don't need to hear babies screaming and anything. Ooh, all right, all right. You know, last night I was on my own. I didn't do any streaming of it, but I will probably at some point. I went back and revisited the first Sonic game, and I forgot how much I actually like that game. And then I watched a whole like retrospective on YouTube about it, where it just like made me even more interested in that game and a lot of the mechanics and the creative decisions behind it. And I just thought it was so good. But that's a game where it's like, that's pretty hard. That's pretty hard. Eraserhead. Yeah. It is that baby from Eraserhead. I can't do it. I think I'm sensitive to a lot of sounds these days. Get that extra life. Come on. Missed it. I have to take this hoodie off. It is incredibly warm in my apartment right now. Sonic water levels are really strange. That drowning music is It is. It is very stressful. And I think it's pretty ingenious that they did that. I think it's so like it's really, I mean, it's different than, I mean, if we're going to compare water levels, it is absolutely way better than the stress-inducing water level of the Ninja Turtles game for Nintendo. And the reason why I don't like that level, yeah, the seaweed and all that shit's annoying, but I don't like the sound of your character when they're dying. Strip? I ain't stripping. Ooh, I gotta turn on the AC though. Hold on. It was 76 in here. It does not need to be that warm. But yeah, that water levels are very, very, very stressful. Okay, Swanky's bonus bonanza. See what I mean? They've introduced. I mean, I know that there was some of these characters in the first one. Obviously, Cranky. Maybe, I don't think the old lady, but there was the Surfer Kong. Swanky. Oh, it's a game show. You know, if I had what I like to call FU money, or if I had a ton of it, I would, if somebody had that giant Nintendo banana, like a giant version of it, like 5-6 feet tall, I'd buy that. I'd buy it. I like really stupid, obscure things. I mean, I think a lot of people probably get what it is, but... Alright, let's see what this is about. Swanky Swag. What is my name? Well, okay. I don't know. You're a gorilla. You might stink, but I'm gonna have to say Swanky. What is the first enemy that you see in the game? I think it was a furry rat. What is the name of this area of the island? Ooh, it's gotta be Gangland. No, Gangland Galleon. Got a motorboat. Had to pop in and show my support. Hey, appreciate it. Thank you so much. And I can't wait for our collaboration, dude. Coming up soon. Very stoked. Let's go with Gangplank. Yes. Look at that, 20 lives. I don't think I've ever had that many lives on a game like this at once, and I'm gonna assume I'm probably gonna need them all. Let's go for another puzzle. What button do you press to run? That would be Y. Name of the first level in the game. Pirate Panic. What is the name of the enemy boss who has kidnapped Donkey Kong? That's easy. Captain KR Rule. Sweet. Screw it. Let's go for it. In the first level of the game, how many windows did the captain's cabin have? Oh. All right. What is the name of the first rigging level? Main brace rigging riot. No. Okay. Well, I'm gonna just leave. I mean, I have to leave. I have no more coins. Man, I appreciate all y'all stopping in, saying what's up. Ooh. Got a snake. Looks like he's got buck teeth. I like things with buck teeth. I think they are just the greatest. I don't like these bugs though. These stink bugs or beetles. And even like just the rain effects in this, absolutely perfect. This is a perfect game. Nah, it's not. It's got its flaws. I don't like that almost all of the sort of yeah, I got an extra life. Almost all of the lizard bad guys, the crocodiles or alligators, every single one of them sounds the same. And I think there might be another enemy that I heard that makes that same like, you could change it up a little bit. It's a great sound though. It's you know, I might have to make one of those. See, like, he's huge. That's a huge dude. He shouldn't be making that same noise as those tiny gators. Last night when I was playing Sonic, I was actually thinking of making a video of my favorite my favorite sound effects from retro video games. Oh no! Well, good thing I'm right here. Because of the sound that the force field that you get for Sonic, that wow. And then I'm also a huge fan of the first X-Men game that was on Sega Genesis. I love the... Man, that game had some great sound effects. It's a really insanely difficult for no reason game, but and they have, and for no reason at all, they have that they have that part where you beat the level, but you have to like restart your Sega Genesis, which I found to be so bizarre. You restart the Sega Genesis and then you can proceed to the next level, which you had almost no way of knowing that. Now, off the top of my head, I can't say if they had that in the manual. I don't think that they did. That seems like such a weird thing to put in there. Maybe they did, but yeah, why are we restarting the console? It just didn't make sense at that time. But it's a great game. But I don't like that, and they did this so many times in any game that had Wolverine, especially in the early Nintendo days, where every time Wolverine took his claws out, he was hurt. Like, I get it, like that happens to him as a character, I suppose, but you know, the idea that like his character is hurt when he puts his claws out and he loses life, I don't like that. I don't like that. And they do that in the Genesis game. They don't do it in the second one, the one that just starts. Like, you turn on the game, and Wolverine or Beast or Psylocke or anyone, you don't pick your character. It just starts you in the very first level, this like snowy level, and you have to immediately start fighting. It's so weird. Okay, Funky. Okay, so Funky Kong. I thought it was like Surfer Kong. And my new Funky Flights can... Okay, so you just take me around the islands. I don't need a plane right now. I don't need your barrel plane. Alright, so we're coming up on our very first boss. So this is the one that obviously doesn't like to be hit with eggs. Which, yeah, I would assume so. So you gotta just... Ooh. I like that pompadour. No, that's not a pompadour. It's a pirate hat. Never mind. Oh! There are banana coins up there. Get up there. Yes. I think there's another one. Get that other one. Get that other one. Oh. Oh, so he can get hurt too. Okay. I don't like that. Okay. I need to pay attention to this. Okay, I can't throw that up. Give me your stupid eggs. Yes. To be fair, that looked like a pompadour. All right, we are on, I guess, World 2? Crocodile Cauldron is the first level. Let's go. Let's do this. Hot head hop. Okay, lava. My favorite of the in-game hazards. What's in here? Can I break it? No, great. Just totally screwed that up. Come here, rat. Come here, rat. See, the rats make... You know, they're not like... Okay, there's 2 here. Just carry both of them over till I... Yeah, get... See, that guy makes the same noise. No, he makes a terrifying noise, actually. Bad idea throwing that. I love that. That chomp noise. Ooh, I don't like doing it, personally. I love that noise. It's just the creative audio in these games are just always so good. No, okay, I lost that. I lost it. I forgot I can float with. Oh no, can't float when you're flipping. Oop. That's right. Okay, I have a cannonball. I think these lead to a cannon. You know, logically, there it is. And that gives you a bonus stage. Yeah, those barrel-wearing Depression-era crocodiles are terrifying. Oh boy. Alright, let's start here. Ooh, that does not give you a lot of time, does it? Okay, there's not a lot. Oh boy, oh boy. Ooh! Oh, is it a spider? God damn it. Okay, I hate spiders. He doesn't jump very high for a spider. Oh. Okay. So you can make webs and then stop them and oh, there's something up there. That's cool. That's a new mechanic. Okay, obviously I can't get that. Isn't it? Give me all of your bananas. Okay. Oh, and you can spit regular ones. Very tight. What are y'all's thoughts on lava levels? I'm not a fan. Oh, you can't jump on them. Okay. That's not the right button. There it is. Ooh. Okay. Well. No, no, no. Imagine seeing a giant spider fall down a rock face into a lava pit. I'd pay good money to see that happen to a giant spider. Ooh. Dick. Jesus. He is ruthless. Come on, man. Man, I'm just trying to climb. You know what? Damn it. Ooh. I'm trying to just throw him into the lava. Get out of here. Okay. This is hard to... You gotta be precise. You gotta like jump just a little bit. Oh, nope. Didn't do it. And stop the web from going, which is very strange. Not really a mechanic I'm used to. There it goes. Lava levels always provide needed frustration. Ooh. Ooh. I don't know about needed. Oh, shit. I gotta climb. Okay. I guess they're rewarding you for... What am I supposed to do? Oh. No. Okay. Needed frustration. Oh. Okay, I almost stepped on. Man, I don't know. Anytime I think of lava, it's always... it's always Terminator 2. No. Come back. Okay, spider's gone. Always that foundry that they go into. You know the developers need to... Yeah, no, you're right. You're absolutely right. You know, for the longest time I wanted to get into like video game development, you know, when I was younger, and you know, I do kind of like the idea of making games like somewhat difficult, but then to know that there are possibly millions of people that hate your guts. You know, I don't think I could tell you off the top of my head like how many people actually hate me in real life. I don't think anybody's ever told me, or maybe they have and I forgot, so I win. But you would know. You would know if you were you were a game developer. Maybe not necessarily back in the 90s. Like you'd see maybe a couple of game reviews and you'd see that the, you know, the reviewers for Electronic Gaming Monthly and whatever would have some choice words for your work, but they wouldn't be like, fuck this dude. I hope this motherfucker gets hit by a bus. Now, forget it. I mean, just go on Twitter and you'll see absolute, pure, venomous hatred towards developers for delaying a game to make it better. Which is absolutely, no pun intended, bananas. Oh, yeah, we're back to another... Man, I kind of wish that his game show was incorporated into the lava somehow. All right, let's go with the Cranky Challenge. We'll start with Cranky. What is the name of the first lava level on this area of the island? Hothead Hop. What is the name of this area of the island? Crocodile Cauldron. You clever little monkey. How many times did you have to hit the end of area giant bird to kill him? That is a weird sentence, but 6. No? Okay. It was 4, wasn't it? Damn it, let's try again. Ah, huh. You'd think they would change the... Was it... I said 6, right? It's 4? Huh. 30 lives. I appreciate those that are transparent about development process and don't jib customers like Santa Monica Studios or CD Projekt Red. Yeah. I mean... Shit, I will say this, like, I will never know what it's like to have a product and work for a company that is so in the public eye and has so many critical, eyes on them. I remember, speaking of like newer generation games, I remember playing and on the release night at whatever midnight, whenever I went to GameStop a few years back to get No Man's Sky, and I had only heard a little bit about it. The concept, the idea of quadrillions of planets that you could visit and all of that, and the environment changes and the flora and the fauna and all of this stuff was very appealing to me. The idea that there was like the possibility of multiplayer seemed pretty cool, that you could run into people in the game, but they were saying the odds of it happening are not very high because of the random generation of the planets. And I remember being really disappointed when I played that game. Like, it was disappointing to me. However, a few years ago, I re-downloaded the game and was absolutely floored that a company, they licked their wounds. They were called out for over-promising and under-delivering. And they went back and said, all right, well, all of this money that we have made from this game, we are reinvesting back into the game. And they did it right. Maybe it's just a product of the times that we are in, but, a lot of people don't take responsibility for things. and that includes game developers for sure. But I feel like as we continue to expand into the next and the next and the next generation consoles, the process in which they make these games has got to be infinitely more complicated. The only mobile game that I play currently is Marvel Snap. I am not really a card game person. The concept of it and the idea of it always intrigued me, but I'm not great with math on the fly. I will readily admit that. And B, a lot of those games seemed really complicated to me. Marvel Snap is not complicated at all of a game to play. However, even a game like that that's like super small is like very buggy, and it's like things that like just, you would think, yeah, your team would have tried out any number of combinations of these almost 200 cards that you currently have and see what could break the system. And I'm on the Marvel Snap Reddit subreddit, and the amount of just like shit that people throw at these companies, and they're trying everything they can. We're all human. We're all here on computers and computers in our pockets, and all this shit's very complicated. Like I never want to be responsible for anything like that at all. I'm gonna be right back. I need to grab a quick beer. Hold on. So, having said all of that, what games do you like? What kind of games are you into? I noticed you said CD Projekt Red in your comment. Did you ever play any of the Witcher things? I played Witcher 3 like for a few minutes, and I felt like a beautiful game. Seemed really cool, but seemed very complicated for, again, my attention span for games like that. And I bought Cyberpunk and was really disappointed in that too. But are there any like specific games that you play? Oh man, I love these old koozies, but they are really difficult to. There we go. Jesus. Call these these are the stepdad koozies. All right, so we did the game show. Let's go to Cannon's Claim. Actually, I will say there was a new-ish game that I picked up not too long ago. I always forget that I have a Steam account. Because again, like I said, I mean, I play games, but not to the extent that I would if I had way more time. Witcher 3 is one of my favorite games. The God of War series and Elden Ring is now up there too. So correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm pretty ignorant when it comes to a lot of these games. Is Elden Ring's like a spiritual successor to like the Dark Souls games and all of that? Because that's kind of the vibe that I get from it. It has that like extremely hard frustrate you to no end, like you're gonna die pretty quickly in this game sort of vibe to it. What Elden Ring did bring the gaming community together is the epitome of what I love about video games. Oh, okay. Do you want to expand on that? Because I want to know what that means. Because I think that's dope. I mean, you know, if there's one thing that I love is I love when anything can bring people together, especially, you know, fickle communities. Like, I know the gaming community is like, you know, can get a bad rap sometimes. You know, no shade on that or anything. Oh. Yep. So I have wanted to play the Dark Souls and Demon Souls, or I can't remember the names of them. I just have a memory of an old roommate of mine playing those, and him just like constantly swearing. I mean, he's Scottish, so he would just be like, it would be the best insults. But I mean, I can't play a game that's like that frustrating. But they seem really fun. I mean, as far as I can tell, games like that, like if you are up for that's bullshit. If you're up for a challenge, like that's your challenge right there. People from all over the world were streaming the game, and we all were talking about it on different forums like Reddit. Oh, hell yeah. See, that's what I can dig that. I can dig that. Like, I'll say probably the majority of the content that I consume is on YouTube. And I have a really hard time sleeping, so I do a lot of, I just like put on YouTube and we'll try to fall asleep to it. And a lot of times I get a lot of different streaming gameplay that comes up that I'm always like, hell yeah, like I'll wake up in the morning, or like, you know, later on that day I'll check my history and see like, what the hell did I watch last night? It's like 4 hours of someone playing, you know, a game like that, and I'm just like, all right, I'd go back and watch it. That's why I like doing a stream for like Super Nintendo games. I don't know how many people are like super interested in it, but I'm doing this more for like, you know, I want people that enjoy the work that I do to just come hang out. Let's talk. Like, damn, I fucking hate those bees or hornets. Okay. Oh no. You know what's surprising? I don't think I've died yet. I don't think I've died in this game. Watch, I'm gonna fucking die in a minute. Do you watch a lot of gaming on like Twitch and stuff? Damn. Because that's one, I will say that's a platform that like, I have an account and I've like started kind of setting stuff up, but I feel like I don't know enough about it, and you know, I just don't have the, what it's probably not true, but sometimes I feel like I don't have the time to like learn. You know, I don't want to be like an old person where it's like, I ain't learning nothing about computers, you know, the same people I gave shit for 20 years ago, not knowing anything about computers, and then here I am like, I'm not learning about Twitch. What just happened? Yeah, okay. Oh. I'm sure I could figure it out if I barely watch TV nowadays. Twitch and YouTube, yeah. Yeah. You know, I can't... Damn, I didn't get any other letters. I have a really hard time picking anything on TV. Or, you know, on any of the streaming apps. I can't. You know, on YouTube, it's like, here's a variety of things that you were interested in. You know, for all the shit that the YouTube algorithm gives, especially considering, like, you know, channels and creators, you know, they're pretty good at telling, like, hey, you might be down with this. Which, by the way, I don't know if I told you this before, or if you picked it up already, but I have an actual, like, this is my YouTube channel, and I already told you all that. If you like interesting 90s topics covered, I just did one on the history of the Big Johnson t-shirts. It's absolutely just... That's so 90s. Didn't I already do Lava Lagoon? No, I didn't. That's right. Yeah, what kind of what channels are you digging on YouTube? I'm all over the place. I watch, like, you know, hour-long, you know, mystery weird stuff. Oh no, this turns back into lava, doesn't it? Okay. I'll like I said, I'll watch, like, gaming stuff, and then I'll, you know, watch, like, you know, the top 10 things, like, that give people anxiety in Iceland, and you know, like, weird shit like that. We're just like, okay, somebody made a video on it. Like, that's dope. Like, that stuff. Oh, nope. Like, that stuff, like, seriously fascinates me. I love YouTube in that sense. Like, you can literally find anything. Like, somebody's making it, and people are enjoying it. Which is just, I don't know, that's so cool to me. I'm trying to think off the top of my head some of my favorite channels. One of the guys that was in here earlier on the chat, it's called The Unapologetic Geek. I highly recommend his channel. He covers a lot of... Oh, damn it. He covers a lot of... Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, nope. First death. He covers a lot of old sci-fi movies. I believe the cutoff is 20 years or 25 years. We did a collaboration about a year and a half ago. He actually did a 90s sci-fi movie, Tremors. But a lot of his stuff is like early film sci-fi, you know, Bride of Frankenstein, Invisible Man, stuff like that. And his stuff goes like real deep. I mean, it's if you dig like just deep dive information on movies and actors and the process of those movies being made, I highly recommend them. I have to take these headphones off for a minute. My ears are killing me. Sports content, variety channels. Good Mythical Morning. That's that's Rhett and Link, right? It's weird not hearing any of this music. That's all right. I'm gonna make it. I need to give my ears a break from those headphones. I also need to buy new headphones. Those the fabric on them, or the thing covering the fabric, is coming apart, so it's like, oh, what? Okay. Was not expecting that. Yeah, Rhett and Link. So, funny and true story. I met them in, must have been 2010, I want to say. So, many years ago, or actually during that time, which, yeah, that feels like many years ago. I was involved with like beard competitions, like people grow facial hair and do all that, and I had maybe been into it for a little. Oh, no. I'm gonna die again. What the? I gotta stay out of that alcove there. So years ago, I was doing these beard competitions and stuff, and ended up being one of the cast members of a docu-comedy style TV show that was on IFC called Whisker Wars. And Rhett and Link, they had their it was, what the fuck was their show called? It was like commercial, not Commercial Kings, but something along those lines. And they had a show on the same network, and at the time I was living in New York, and they were in town doing something with their show, and we were doing promotion for our show about to be released too. So we were like on the same network at the same time, and absolutely wild. Like we were like waiting to be picked up to go do our oh my God, to go do our interviews somewhere. And some of the group that was coming in from out of town stayed at this one hotel, and we're outside, and then they walk out and they're staying at the same hotel, and we were like, wait a minute, you guys are Rhett and Link. And they're like, wait, you guys are the guys from Whisker Wars. And it was such a strange thing. And then I want to say maybe 3 weeks ago, I had a friend reach out to me on Instagram. He's like, hey, go check out their Instagram. They just did an episode on, maybe it was like some sort of discontinued products, and they came across Dew Shine, which was the clear Mountain Dew drink that was made a few years back, and they were like, was that you in the commercial? So yes, so it was during the time with beard stuff, and I had just moved to where I'm living now, and somehow got hooked up with a lot of the same friends that were in Whisker Wars and all that, and we were hired to be part of this campaign for Dew Shine. And so I had to swing off of a rope into the water and get out and do this with my beard, and there's one where I'm in a rocking chair and I'm combing my beard. It's so awkward. And then they showed that clip while they were doing their show, and I was like, I wonder if these dudes remember, we met. But I mean, that was so long ago, and they've met so many people, and they're they're super famous. So, but really weird seeing that. And that drink I don't think it was that great. Anyway, I just went on a total rambling tangent, as I often do. Oh, God, I am. Woo. I gotta find a barrel. See, I knew this water level was gonna be a huge pain in my ass. Everything turns into lava again. I don't understand that. I shouldn't even be going for these golden letters, because they do not give you enough time. Okay, I feel like I should just swim down and kind of down and up. Problem is, it's those damn piranha. There we go. Hit that checkpoint. I feel like this is one where you just... Nope. Oh, I think they explode. Oh, boy. I feel like this is one of those levels, just try to get through it. Yeah, it'd be cool to get... Where the... Where? It would be cool to get all those golden bananas and stuff, and coins and letters. No. But, yeah, no. So that's the second time I've seen that swordfish. I haven't seen him at all in this game yet. I mean, I know that sign says no swordfish, but that's the no swordfish past this point. Ah. Ooh. They put that one random ass... Nope, not one. Several random ass beetles in here. Get out of here. Alright, put me out here, sea lion. Thank you. Oh, come on. That was my fault. That's my fault. That's my fault going too fast here. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. I will say, starting to kind of pick these games up again has kind of invigorated me to, I totally want to try to beat more of these games that I just could never beat back then. And I did recently on my own. I was playing Chippendale Rescue Rangers. Now, I know that seems like a baby game, and it is, but I never beat it as a kid. I made it as far as the final boss, Fat Cat, and he flicks a giant cigar, and you gotta watch out for the floating ashes. And that's another one of those one hit and you're dead games. God. So the other night I was like, I'm playing this and I'm gonna beat it tonight. And I did, and I was very stoked. So now I'm like, all right, what else can I play and possibly beat? Probably not a lot. Fucking get out of here. That's right, he just fell in that lava water. Oh, thank God. Let's try to get a free man. Diddy Kong's got that attitude. Oh. That's one thing I miss. A lot of people have attitude these days, but it's not as cool as back then. Not at all. I knew that guy was going to be there. Oh, it's one of these where you got to float. Okay. I can already tell I'm gonna have I'm gonna start sweating. It's just I'm not a risky person. I don't like risks. It would be great to get those bananas, but is it worth the risk? Is this worth the risk trying to get that rhino? No, it's not. I'm just gonna deal with these fools in their depression barrels. Ooh, I cut that close. This definitely seems like one of those. There's it's all about timing levels. Get it up just a little bit. I do love though, how even when you're so you push when you're on these balloons, you push forward to move the balloon, but your character doesn't move forward. So Diddy's just juggling. I'm actually I am making you work. Don't be juggling right now. The worst time to juggle in a lava level, floating balloons and bees everywhere. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh. Okay. think I can just throw her at him. I know if you throw her... What is she pointing at? I know if you throw her at the B, she dies, but... I guess I can take this spot, right? Was there not? Okay, there was one up there. Look at him just juggling. Big old mouth. Oh no! Oh! That doesn't make sense. I just did that a second ago. And I killed him. I murdered. Oh, that's cheap. That's cheap. It's like they're not strong enough to kill those things, so they get pushed back. That's the thing about these platform games. Oh man, I didn't even hit a save point. Great. No. Stop trying to go for them bananas. Barrel guy. Alright. I'm gonna just grab this. I bet. I wanna see that secret. Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. Can you do that here? Is there a hidden thing here? No. Kill that bee though. Ooh, he can go on those? You'd think it would sink faster. Surprised it doesn't. Just hit him. Yeah, I probably should have got that guy first. This is so much easier than trying to avoid them. They're the bane of my existence. Ooh, turn around. Okay, there's got to be a secret in here, right? Yes. Finally. Destroy them all. Two virus monkeys, like from 28 Days Later, just ripping apart an alligator. All right, I think I want some sound effects because it just feels so unnatural. Damn it. What? No. Come on. That's bullshit. Damn beetle again. Okay, there's the thing. Cool, mister. I would say I'm glad that they don't penalize you for throwing the monkey barrels off the screen there. What? Guess I should have held on to that barrel a little bit longer. Tight. We got this, Dixie. All right. What do you think I should use this TNT on? Jesus. Bet I can hit him in the middle. Get two of them. Yeah. Oof. Ooh. See, that's what I mean. You take so many risks. But you take a risk every day getting in your car, so. What's it in a game with lava and bananas? Oh, nope, I knew it. Bastard. See, I feel like I'm gonna need this barrel, but there's no way to not hit that guy. And completely lose it. Wow, this sank fast. Man, I just love their music too. It's just got some hits. I know it's repetitive throughout. I mean, that's, you know, it's the nature of a system this old, but like, it's just so good. Barely scraped through that one. Okay. Alright. I am not gonna... Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Lost my nerve there for a second. All right, Diddy, come on. Can you take it seriously? Oh, what am I doing? Oh. Good thing I have 30 lives. Missed. I feel like I do that way too much. Oh, I kind of like Dixie Kong. I think she's cool. It's a good addition. I mean, that's just... It's super adorable. And, like, you don't want to make her cry, like, when you knock her over. Okay, I knew I was going to throw that in the wrong direction. Cool. Just turn around. Got that little, like... French beret on her head. What's that? Nah, I'm thinking of the 64 game. Isn't there like a big dumb one? Big old dumb gorilla. I mean, I'll say it's pretty inventive. Like, this whole mechanic, I can see that I would probably be really confused about this hot air balloon mechanic. Because when you get on it and it just floats, you don't... It's not intuitive to push forward on something. How you feel about the video game movies like Sonic and Mortal Kombat? The Mario movie looks pretty good. So I really enjoyed the Sonic movie a lot. I have not seen the second one, but I thought the first one, like, I took my daughter to it. I thought it was a great game, or a great movie. I saw both the original Mortal Kombats in theaters, and yeah, they're not great. The first one is obviously way better than the second one. Those two are very guilty pleasures of mine. Like, if I just want to be entertained, and I actually did an episode on my channel about the Mortal Kombat 2 movie. What was it called? Mortal Kombat Annihilation, where they just like shoehorned in characters, and it was absolutely awful. They like replaced Johnny Cage. They replaced the actor. It wasn't Landon Ashby, was that his name? It wasn't him. And then they killed him in the first like 5 seconds of the movie. And Sonya Blade was played by a different character. It wasn't Miss Veronica Vaughn from Billy Madison. But the new movie, it felt very Mortal Kombat in a lot of ways, but it also didn't feel like Mortal Kombat in some other ways. Like, it felt, again, adapting a fighting game as a movie is extremely difficult, because the whole concept of a fighting game, like, as time has gone on and the games have progressed to the level that they're at, you have way more backstory, and frankly, the Mortal Kombat lore that's written, you know, it's so much. Like, it's so complicated, and I can't follow any of it. But I do find it interesting. So when you're trying to take a concept of a fighting game in a tournament, it's really hard to, I guess, like, make that translatable and enjoyable for an audience to watch, because basically you're making Jean-Claude Van Damme's Bloodsport, which I think is super tight, and I think they should do that, but I don't think it's blockbuster material, which is what they're probably going for if you're going to make those types of movies and make movies that people take seriously. Video game movies are garbage, and they've historically been garbage. We look back on them as a relic of the past, and with a lens of it's so bad it's so bad it's good. But I've only seen, I think, like a few snippets of the Mario movie, and I'm totally fine. I think that is the choice to make it an animated movie like that was the correct choice to make. Like, as much as I love seeing Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo as Mario and Luigi, you know, I don't need to see Chris Pratt as Mario. Charlie Day as Luigi in live action could be pretty cool, but I don't need to see Chris Pratt in person. I'm fine with his voice. And what I'm finding now with a lot of movies lately, I'm giving it one trailer and that's it. Like, and then I will go see it. Like, I really want to see the new John Wick movie. And I've only seen one trailer, and I couldn't tell you anything about it. I don't know anything about it. And that was also a movie that the first one a buddy of mine told me about, and I had never even heard of it. I thought it was a straight to DVD movie that he was talking about, and he's like, no. He's like, I think maybe it came out on DVD at the time, and I watched it, and I was absolutely blown away, and I love the series. So I'm hoping that they do make a good Mario movie. I will say this. No, I did it again. Shit. Okay. I really want to see the new Dungeons and Dragons movie. Like, I do. It looks dumb fun. And I saw the one in the 90s that is not good and is absolute garbage. The only redeeming quality of that movie is, what's his name? Jeremy Irons. Because he understood the assignment. He's there to chew scenery and be absolutely ridiculous. The rest of that movie's garbage. But I do want to see the new one. I feel like there was another video game movie that came out somewhat recently. Was there? Maybe I'm thinking of Sonic. I would like to see a Zelda movie. I think that could be really cool. Oh, he's trying to give me... I'm not spending those coins. I want to spend coins on the game show. Also, where do you... I feel like I should save, but I have like 100 lives right now, so I think I'm pretty good. Did you enjoy either the Mortal Kombat or the Sonic movie? Also, for me, it was really good to see Jim Carrey like in movies again. I mean, that childhood right there. Again, somebody who understands the assignment and just be as ridiculous as possible. And that's a character that, like... Actually, I had this thought yesterday while I was playing the first Sonic game. I don't remember when that character changed from Dr. Robotnik... Damn it, that's not what I'm trying to do. Dr. Robotnik to Okay, I just came up here for nothing. From Dr. Robotnik to Eggman? Is that what they call him? Eggman? Or maybe there was a different character. I do remember that weird-ass Sonic cartoon that was voiced by Steve Urkel. That was wild. I feel like that show was on, like... Nope. It was on, is it ABC or one of those channels? I guess it doesn't matter what channel it is. I watched a little of the first Sonic movie. It was alright. Really like the MK movie. Looking forward to see who plays. Yeah, no, I agree. I you know, it was an interesting choice creatively for the Mortal Kombat movie to, you know, basically create an unknown character. You know, to sort of be, you know, the avatar in which we project ourselves onto. I found him very boring. I enjoyed the action in it. It felt, like I said, it felt very Mortal Kombat. Those those fatalities and shit were pretty brutal. And I liked that they introduced a lot of those characters. Yeah, no, he did. Yeah, you're right. He had literal plot armor. You're not wrong. And that, you know, I get it. I feel like they, you know, they got 75% of the way through that movie in writing it, and they were like, we got to figure something out for this. Like, how is he going to beat Goro and all of this? And it's just like, man, like, that never happened in the games. You beat them by being better than them. I get it. You're fighting a giant four-armed monster in a shape-shifting 1,000-year-old man and all that. Like, I get it. But, you know, give us a little credit. We understand that all of that is ridiculous, and that's what we enjoyed about those games, is the ridiculous nature of, you know, a tournament that takes place every generation and all that. Like, come on. Oh, only she can go up there, huh? All right, well, so I gotta find her. Oh, this part again that I messed up at. I mean, it was pretty funny seeing him fight Goro in, like, what is essentially like a trailer park. Like, and you know, I thought the guy that played Kano did a good job, but that type of personality overstays its welcome pretty quickly, in my opinion. Just like the constant, you know, manly quips, like, all right, we get it. You're a disgusting slob. He's not as disgusting as the Kano from the first Mortal Kombat movie. Like, just eating that giant turkey leg and just being sweaty all the time. Just, ugh. Yeah. It's like, you know, there comes a point in a movie where it's like, you know, I would like to see, and, you know, I think I've watched, ooh, I knew I was going to do that. I think I watched it only once, so I don't remember much of, you know, a character arc for most of the characters, you know. Again, you know, you look at, again, movies based off of video games, and this is a fighting game with monsters and, you know, people who shoot fire out of their skull faces and all that. Like, you know, I'm willing to give it a little bit of wiggle room to be ridiculous, and like, I don't need everything tied up in a nice neat bow, because, you know, that's not how life works anyway. And maybe, you know, those characters will experience growth in You know, if this was real life, maybe they would experience that sort of growth in like 10 years. But also, you know, I don't need the I don't need the one-liners all the time. Ooh, no, I don't like these. I don't like these. I will say this game does a really good job at like progressively like, you know, challenging like what you've learned and seeing if you can apply it into different situations and in different atmospheres of levels, and it's pretty dope. Like it does make it quite a bit of a challenge. Get out of here. It feels really good when you pull a sick move like that. Sick move. Give me those bananas. And then... Oh. No. There we go. I haven't heard anything about a new Mortal Kombat movie, though. I mean, they've got to be working on it, right? I forget. Was I almost called him Raven? Jesus. Was Raiden in? Man, that movie came out what, 2 years ago? I guess I got to go back and watch it. I don't remember anything about it. I do remember that like I really. I loved just... I wish they honestly focused more on Sub-Zero and Scorpion. I think that I found their dynamic to be... Yeah, it's a little cliche and like, I guess played out in some ways, but I found it to be the most interesting part of that movie. Like, those are two... Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Those are two very iconic characters, and I felt like they did an excellent job portraying them. I don't know if I'm gonna get past this. You know, I just realized about this game, you have to go back and if I remember correctly, I can't get those. You have to go back and like start and finish another level, like a level that you already beat, if you want to get the second character back, if you want to get Dixie or Diddy back. And yeah, I get it, like that's a challenge and that's tight and shit, but like if you're playing against a boss, you have to go back and do it all over just so you have like, you know, basically one extra hit in this game is really hard. Oh, there was a teaser at the end? Oh, that was the teaser with the poster for Johnny Cage, right? I guess I don't really need to save. I have a lot of lives. We'll see how I do in the bayou. Man, I remember when that first Mortal Kombat movie came out, and man, anything I could find for that movie. I mean, I was all about every magazine that had articles about it. What the hell? I was so into that movie. And it's still, I mean, it has some decent stuff in it. I actually really, I really enjoy Robin. Oh no, what? I really enjoy Robin Chu. I thought, you know, he did a decent job as Liu Kang, but I also just felt like, you know, he was probably the one that contributed a lot of the martial arts choreography in that, which had to be a challenge, I'm sure, back then. Man, I remember the first time ever playing Mortal Kombat, and like it always made me like feel kind of it always had like this really like almost I shouldn't be. Oh, I knew I was gonna do that. Shouldn't be like, not that I shouldn't be playing it or anything, but like I don't know, you hadn't seen anything like that. That sort of like digitized, realistic looking characters, and it always felt so like real and like just gritty. Unless you played it on the Super Nintendo, and everyone you hit just they sweat instead of bleed. I remember and man, as like quote unquote simple as those as those fatalities were. Oh my god. Maybe I should save. Jesus. What does that say? Hold on, I gotta see what this says. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering. All right, well, I mean, we'll keep this going for at least 10 more minutes. I was a button masher as a kid, pissed my older brother and his friends off beating that. Yeah. I mean, even at the time, like when you're playing that game doesn't have like a combo system. So very interesting, you know, that you could do that. I remember going when I went to go see when I went to go see the Mortal Kombat movie, we had this really small mall in my hometown, and it was right across from the equally small movie theater, and so many people were there. I mean, like, it was a sold out show when we went to go see it, and I think the Mortal Kombat 2 cabinet had just came out, like right before that movie. So it was a huge deal. And man, I remember like feeling like that game was like super difficult because I was used to the first one, and you know, there wasn't. It was easy enough to pick up, you know. I mean, all the moves I did anyway were mostly uppercuts and scorpions, freeze. Nope. Oh, Jesus. There we go. Or not scorpions freeze. Jesus, I sound like an idiot. Sub-Zero's freeze. And scorpions harpoon spear. Nope. That is a weird enemy. What? There we go. Okay. Damn. Kind of upped a little bit of this challenge here. Can I get this? What am I supposed to do? Oh. Man. This is the first level of this area. I keep forgetting that I can float with her, but you can't jump on anything before doing that. So maybe that's how I get past that one part. But like, also, don't put an enemy right where I was. No. God damn it. All right, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for sticking around. Take a look at my channel too if you want to see some more stuff. Thank you. Appreciate it, seriously. And I think I might be heading out too. We are at 1 hour and 45 minutes. and I gotta go to bed. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. If anyone's still left here watching, I appreciate you. I am going to save this game so that I can play it again and revisit Donkey Kong 2, because this is fun. This is a lot of fun. Appreciate everyone chatting in the comments, and we'll see you later. I'm Mike with I Miss the 90s.